Hi guys, Steph here. Okay, so today we've got for you another lovely pen. And yes, it does what it says on the tin. What we've got for you is a Platignum pen. Iridium Pointed fountain pen. As you can see, it was presented to, I think it says to Nelly from Uncle, well I'm not too sure, Aunt Annie. So obviously presented to someone as a gift. To the back there we've got black and gold, so that gives us a bit of a clue. We've got made in England with the letter M being, I would assume, being medium. So there we go, in the original box. Let's take the pen out. Let's pop that on the floor. Okay, and we've also got the instructions, if I can get hold of it, and there we have it. We've got a Platignum, what they term as a stud filling fountain pen. So instructions for use, there we go. It also gives you a little bit of advertising there for pencils, etc., service, senior pencils. So oops a daisy, so we've got the original instructions, and then to the back there all the instructions are in many different languages. So as I say, a Platignum stud filler fountain pen with box and instructions, and take a look at that gorgeous pen. So the black and gold, I would say, relates to this lovely patination. This, well, it's more of a sort of a swirling pattern. Absolutely gorgeous and in excellent condition. Now you may be asking yourselves, well, who made the Platignum fountain pen? Nice and simple and brief. The Platignum pens were made by Mentmore Manufacturing Co Ltd, who started making pens around about the 1920s. Mentmore made pens obviously for themselves, they made pens for other manufacturers, they made pens for sort of retail shops, etc., for lots and lots of people. They made many different kinds of pens, and they also made pens under the Platignum name. Okay, so this is one of the pens under the Platignum name. Now Platignum pens, they came in many different colours. There's lots of colours to collect, there's lots of different trim to collect. There were actually stud fillers, lever fillers, lots and lots of different pens, and they were actually making the pens I believe around through to about 1960s. A lot of you people out there no doubt will remember Platignum pens from your school days. So as I say, we've got a Platignum fountain pen made by Mentmore Manufacturing Co Ltd. The date of this pen I'm dating, I'm not too sure, 1930s, 1940s. Now some people look at these pens and they think that they're actually a lower tier pen. In my opinion, they are not. Some of them, yes, did look a little bit sort of lower tier, but in my opinion this particular example is a stunning fountain pen in superb, excellent condition. I don't believe it was actually ever inked, although saying that, I fully disassembled the pen, I removed the perish sack inside. It was a little bit of a nuisance to remove all the remnants, but we removed everything, cleaned everything internally, we replaced it with a brand new sack, cleaned the nib, the feed, etc., the section, put it all back together, and as you can see, it's now a beautiful pen. Although they call it a stud filler, Some people will know it as a button filler. If I actually unscrew this little blind cap here, you can see it's got the button, or as they say, the stud there. So whichever way you want to call it, stud filler or button filler. It comes in nickel trim. You can see it's got these two nickel cap bands there. It's got the very recognisable ball clip from the period, again in nickel, and this black stud to the very top of the cap there. Now, as I say, they came in lots of different colours, different guises. Some of the trims, the clips were slightly different, but again, lots of different colours. Excellent pens to collect. The size of this one, capped, is around about 131 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's a lovely 12 millimeters in diameter. Now, let's show you the barrel imprint. Although it's a very clear barrel imprint, I'm hoping it's going to be clear on the video. Let's keep it nice and still, and it reads Iridium Pointed Platignum, made in England. Okay, you can see made in England to the bottom there. So a lovely clear imprint, as you can see there. I don't know if it'll actually look any better at a different angle, but I'm hoping that is clear for you to see. And you can also see this gorgeous swirl pattern on the pen. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's unscrew the cap. Let's show you the pen in numerous different angles. As I say, in my opinion, this is still a gorgeous quality made pen, and I say, I don't believe it's ever been inked. I think it's just literally been sat in the box, and obviously through the sort of time period, through the age, the sack deteriorated obviously, but what we've done, we've replaced everything, cleaned everything, and as we'll see in a moment, it should be in full working order. There's the section for you. You can see it's got this slightly concave section, a little bit on the small side. Now, if we show you the nib there, you can see in this particular case, it's got this, well, yeah, well, is it a Mentmore, or does it say Iridium Pointed nib? Okay, and what you can't actually see inside to the bottom of the nib, which is hidden by the section to the bottom, the nib actually has the Mentmore Manufacturing Co Ltd logo. So that's why we know it was made by Mentmore. And you can see the nib has got quite wide shoulders. There's a sideways view. Let's show you the feed underneath. As I said, everything's been cleaned. It's in beautiful, beautiful condition. Yep, a lovely pen. Nice size, nice chunky pen. Nice and comfortable to hold. Now, because we've actually got a steel nib, because I've actually serviced it, restored it, etc., let's fill the pen. Let's see how it writes, because it'll be quite interesting being a steel nib. So what we do, we dip the nib and a little bit of the section, and then what we do, we press down on the stud or the button, and there we go. We've got bubbling noises going on. Let's pop the ink to one side. Let's pop the blind cap back on, and let's see how the pen writes. As always, you're going to see exactly what I'm going to see, so let's see how it writes. So first of all, let's get the ink running through. because interestingly what it actually says on the instructions, let's put that down, somewhere about there I think it says it. The pen may flow too freely or have insufficient flow after the first filling, but it will write itself after 1 day of use. So that's what they said in the past. So even saying that, I've restored it and it's writing, as we say, straight out of the box. So a platinum, and what they term as iridium pointed. As we said, made in England, and made in England around the 1930s, 1940s. And it's writing very nicely. And there you go. If I put a little bit of pressure, I don't want to put too much pressure on, but yeah, on the downward stroke we're getting a broad line. On the cross stroke with no pressure we're getting quite a fine line. So the pen has actually got a little bit of flex in the nib. You can see it's giving a nice variation in line, but for a steel nib I'm very, very surprised. It's writing very nicely indeed. So there we have it. Okay, so there's a writing sample. Let's pop the cap back on, and there we have it. A beautiful example of this Iridium Pointed Platignum, made in England and made by the Mentmore Manufacturing Co Ltd, in absolutely gorgeous condition, with the original box, with the original instructions, and this pen will be looking for a new home. So I know there's people out there that collect these platinum pens. If it's of interest, why not pop me an email? Absolutely gorgeous. So there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, as I always say, leave a comment below, and don't forget people, just give the video a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, then you don't, but if you like it, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget, still stay safe. But for now, I'll just say bye bye for now.